Day 2 of DreamLeague Season 5 is here, and we are once again live from the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios. Tonight we have 2 series in store for you guys to watch some awesome Dota 2 action. We're going to start off with Vega Squadron taking on No Diggity, and then afterwards it's going to be Vega Squadron again, this time though against a London Conspiracy. And of course with me here in the studio, lovely people and lovely chairs, Odie Pixel, Draskell and Salax. Welcome back. And I actually have a question for you, Slacks.
Really?
This is his 4th day in Sweden, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, how are you experiencing the Swedish cuisine?
Still working on it, actually. I went looking for McDonald's today for about an hour and a half, and I got lost. There were just arrows pointing down to the subways. I went down there, and I never found it. So yeah, that's the most American answer ever.
So
right?
what did you eat today?
Nothing. I have eaten nothing. I ran out of spaghetti that I had.
What did you eat yesterday?
I ate spaghetti for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Listen, I'm a simple guy, all right? If there's any kind... I'm living like I'm in prison over here.
You know that everyone here pretty much speaks conversational level English, right? So
Do
if you got lost, you could just say, "Hey, where's the McDonald's?" And they would be like, "Oh, it's this way."
Really?
I mean, if the arrows weren't enough, a human being might be able to help you get there.
Okay, true. All right, I'm trying to just live it out. Like I'm trying to live it like I'm in a survival scenario.
Like there's no other human beings alive,
right.
And you're like the last person standing. Like I need to get to this McDonald's.
But the McDonald's still works. There's still people operating.
Yeah, of course. There's people working at McDonald's still.
Whatever. I didn't get at McDonald's, and it's a good thing too. I mean, I'm in Sweden. I should be experiencing the local stuff. I lied though. I did find they got these cool little weenies. I don't know what they're called, but they're these things. They got little crunchies on top of them.
What?
What?
I am so lost right now.
They sell these hot dogs. They're very long.
Oh.
And they got these crunchy little doodles on the top.
I had that once, yeah.
Listen, this is getting real weird. Maybe we should move on. How are you guys doing today? You doing all right?
I'm much better now. You just you brought the level up here, so.
I don't know what they're called. They're like.
Are you sure they weren't just like deep fried onions or something like that? Because it's like really popular here. They actually sell them in like containers in Swedish grocery stores.
Yeah,
like
and dried deep fried onions.
I thought they were like frosted flakes without frosting, and they just put them on their hot dogs.
What did they taste like?
Like I don't know. Frosted corn. I don't know. Please move on. I ate a strange weenie. It was a great experience for me.
Were you supposed to eat it?
It
was a food. It was an item of food.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You didn't get any weird looks when you put it on your hot dog?
I got a lot of
the
weird
Swedish
looks
people
here,
didn't
though.
laugh after they said it. Like, stupid Americans.
Got him. Yeah. No, I don't think so. But yeah. It was an experience to be sure. Anyway, what's going on with you guys? It's been 24 hours since our last broadcast.
More like 20. Less than 24.
We started at the same time.
No, but we finished it.
So it's 18 hours.
I think he meant since like the last time that we were like here.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Here on in the red carpet.
Well, then it's probably close to like 23
hours.
hours and 45 minutes because we do about 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Owen. How have things been on your several clocks that you have with you?
Yeah, I've been alright. Yeah, just been playing some games, chilling out, looking forward to some more Dota 2, a bit more casting.
There we go.
More of a league, a season where production's good. Shout out to production. Yesterday was one of the smoothest days I've experienced an event since, I don't know, probably last season of DreamLeague. I can't. Most events seem to struggle when it comes to bringing the viewers at home a pleasurable experience, and we seem to get it right. So good job.
That's what we're all about. Pleasure.
Yeah, we got also rid of Fluffy, by the way.
Well, with the DreamLeague, aren't we?
Yeah, that's it.
I want the bunny back.
I do not want I actually had bad dreams.
Yes.
There was a bunny in my bad dream.
Tell us about your night terrors. She told she had some bad dreams.
So, in general, I had a bad dream. It involved me being a people that had to flee from extinction. We had to flee. We had to climb over a mountain and then through a haunted house. But let's skip to the haunted house.
Why was there a haunted house on the mountain?
My favorite part, every time she tells this story, she goes, I had a dream that we were the people.
The people.
And what does that mean?
Okay,
like,
so
what is the people?
The people is like, I was like a... Basically, we went into the haunted house. We already lost some people on the mountain. We went into the haunted house, and we had to sacrifice some people in certain rooms because there were monsters. One of the monsters I actually got a good look at because he looked like a bunny, skinned and with the jaw of a life stealer, and it was in like a single room, and we had to scout all the rooms because we were looking for food because we were desperate and we were starving.
That's interesting.
And one of the people is actually we sent him into the room where the rabbit was, and he got killed. And then I tried to look see what was happening, but he was like, "No, I'm dead." And then it was all of a sudden the person that we sacrificed was Marana. But we closed the door and we moved on.
Oh. Interesting stuff.
All right.
Did you know that I'm actually a neuroscience and psychology major?
I did.
And I
Tell
did
me
a lot
what
of
it means.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff on dreams. So here's the thing: you're actually out of your goddamn mind. That's it. There's no analysis. What?
We are at DreamHack, so you know we can talk about dreams all we want. It's in the topic.
What's the worst dream you ever had, Draskell?
Oh God.
Give us a nightmare. Like what's something?
The thing is weird, right? It's like I don't actually dream. What? I mean, you know, they say you dream, but you just forget them when you wake up,
that you
right?
dreamt. Yeah.
I've never dreamt.
But I just, honestly, since I was like 12 years old, I just don't have dreams anymore. I think I'm literally just a robot built for Dota. That's it.
Wow.
That is my existence.
And
it's like
food.
This is what happens in my life, right? Normal day, like I stream whatever. You know, we do DreamLeague. I go home, play a few games, go to bed. And then I look at the clock and I like make note of what time it is. You know, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever. I go to bed, and then it feels like 10 minutes, and I open my eyes and it's like 8 a.m. Then I close my eyes again, and it's like 9 a.m. I'm like, damn it, stop doing that. And then I close my eyes again, and it's like 1 p.m. and I got to get out of bed. There's no dream. There's no in between. It's just like lights out, lights on.
Interesting. You're actually out of your goddamn mind. Yeah.
You're a very interesting neuroscientist.
That's it.
I mean, that's basically all the observations you can make.
Yep. I just tried to sell a lot of pills. That was the only thing I would say. Just nod my head for 45 minutes.
Do you ever analyze your own dreams?
No. You can't go too deep.
Yeah,
you can't go too deep in yourself. You got to look outwards at others and judge
Do you
others.
analyze Owen's dreams? What are you dreaming about?
I don't want to get in Owen's head. I'm worried that if I figure out Owen, I'll be more like
This is maybe a
Owen.
family-friendly stream. I mean, I can't really talk about my dreams. You know, I dreamt about a different kind of fluffy bunny, but now I'm on a list. So.
Good Lord.
I'm sure the carpet was in that dream as well.
Good
Why
gracious.
the carpet?
See, this is why
What's
I don't.
the carpet got to do with it?
The shag rug, man. Come on.
This is going over
Never
my
mind.
head.
This is going
He doesn't
over
get
real
it.
dark.
I don't
Never
get
mind.
DreamLeague After Dark. Tune in when the real broadcast ends and the real show begins. Oh, and we were talking about something earlier, right?
Do
you wanna share-
Talked about a lot of things.
You want to share your black market idea for Dota?
For the next season of DreamLeague.
That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely. We're going to change it up. Everyone's going to come into the tournament. Andy hasn't heard about this. You'll love
No,
this.
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't.
Right.
So we get 8 teams next season of DreamLeague.
Okay.
Everyone comes in. They're set at a $5,000 bar each. Each game they play, they wager some of their money on beating that other team. And then they gain money and the other team loses. And then there's a point where teams can get into debt. They can get in the red. So at the end of the season when Navi's like got minus 10K, they've got to pay up. Otherwise, you ain't
But
seeing
you gotta
Navi
set like a
again.
baseline, right? You can't just have teams like not bet anything. They always have to bet
there's
a
a
certain
minimum
amount.
bet. Yes, you have to wager.
It's like combined poker with Dota game.
Yeah, it's like Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Except at the end, instead of like a
I mean,
naked guy
honestly,
being
that
strapped to a
idea
chair.
is in theory pretty cool
Yeah.
until one team is just like, you know,
Spiraling out of debt.
full 322.
30 grand in
Yeah.
debt, and no one shows up to their house with a pipe wrench and a
No,
bunch
you can
of ropes.
you can only bet on your own team, of course.
Right.
You can't bet against yourself.
Well,
doesn't
that's even better. Yeah, we'll do a league where you can bet on other teams. So you're going up against
Yeah.
a team and
There
you can
you
bet on
go.
them to win.
That's more fun.
Yeah.
You know, what a great thing to talk about on National 332 Day. If anyone is there, is America.
3-2.
322. I always
Or
get it wrong.
2-2-3 day for us
Yes,
Europeans.
for Europeans who read the date the
If
right
you
way
are
around.
wrong,
Yeah.
it is 223 or whatever.
That actually
people
confused
say.
me when
What,
I first
having
came here.
the
The
date
dates
the other
being
way around?
reversed. Yeah, I was
It
like,
can be confusing in the
I was
months
like looking at
where
the
it's like
expiration
6,
date of
7
the milk, and I was like, this seems wrong, but I can't quite put
I'm
my
gonna
finger on
die.
it. It took me like 5 minutes to figure it out. It
5 minutes? Must be American.
Yeah, for sure. I was just sitting there, and I was like, I just got out of bed, and I was looking at this milk carton, and I'm like, I can't tell if this is good or not. And then I think like Scriff or something is like, oh yeah, it's fine. I was like, whatever.
Okay, so yesterday we had the first day of DreamLeague, the first day of the new season. We had 4 games played, and we can actually take a look at the recap of yesterday's games.
Ooh.
False Promise is going to keep the Invoker alive for the time being. He's going to try and run himself out to the high ground, but Shoma's coming through as well. Iron Man in there with the BKB. Sorry to F your Iron Man. In fact, there's no one on the OD this game. There's 2 buybacks coming out from the side of Adfinum. They're looking to try and hold on in this fight. Sven coming in with a God Strength. Stormhammer onto the OD, but Urs is just there, starting to rip through this Sven. He's got to run. He's got to hide. He's going to go down. He does have buyback available. There's already a triple kill here for the Urs. A double kill for OD. Scarlet's been trapped up. He's got the time lapse here. But Vega, they'll look to corner him. Astral to set this one up, and hello to a world of pain. Another track kill for the boys in blue. Ultra kill here for Ursa. We'll get the kill on the Nature's Prophet, and they might be able to find Spartan as well. They're moving in. Madara coming through with the combo. Oh, the Sonic Wave as well. But Yapso gets off the Black Hole, but it's just onto Madara. There's no follow-up damage. They've lost 3 on No Diggity, and this is the issue. The Tiny's still alive, punching away at them. Double kill for Tiny. And now the Nightmare set up onto Koifa. The Nightmare is real for No Diggity. This is a full team wipe against them. Triple kill for the Tiny. Adfin, and they're just going to go for it. They need to find some kind of a fight at this point. It's the be-all, end-all, and they're moving in, but at the same time, Era gets the Hex out to MNT. Goodbye, Oracle. Goodbye, Spartan. It's an absolute wreck of a fight here for the boys, and No Diggity do it.
Some great games yesterday, and with 4 games played, it means that Adfinum has got only 1 point because they lost 3 out of their 4 games. We can take a look at the standings, see how they look so far. Don't worry though, guys. I believe Navi is... No!
Oh, Navi's back to the bottom.
Oh, during rehearsal, they were still on top.
They were.
They were. I remember it.
The only time they'll be first in this entire tournament.
Oh, God.
Just kidding. I love you, Navi. You're doing great. But whew.
Yeah, Vegas Squadron though, they are unbeaten so far. They've only played obviously 1 series. They're gonna play 2 series
they played
today.
Adfinum actually, which
they played Adfinum.
decent at the end of the day.
2 wins, 0 losses. My prediction still stands. Thought they were going to be taking the tourney, and it looks like they're still doing pretty darn good.
Still doing good. Just to note, guys, there's 8 teams here that you see, but only 3 will make it to the LAN finals, and this is obviously a lot different than what we normally see in our league play. Normally we had 6 teams making it through to the LAN finals, but only 3 can remain this time. So yeah, that's a rough cut right there. Don't worry though, even if a team no longer has any hopes of making it to the LAN finals, they will still play because there's still money to be had. Every game that you win here at DreamLeague in league play is $1,000.
$1,000. If I gave you $1,000 right now, what would you buy?
What would I buy?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a tough question.
No drugs.
No. Can I pay Wagga to just sit here and then I just go play Smash?
You could, I guess. That's a.
I mean,
interesting
technically, I don't have to pay him because he's gonna do it anyway.
Right.
Right.
I mean, that's your money, dude. Owen, $1,000 right now. First purchase.
It's a hard question, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like,
what do I buy
in general, I find I'm very content. You know, like I don't look at something and say, oh, I need enough money to buy that. You know, I don't want to go run out and buy another PC or like a car or anything. It's like I have Wetboss. He's my chauffeur. I don't need a car.
You could tip Whippus for the first time.
I buy a PC chair. I also buy upgrades for flights to get business class. If I go overseas, I want to go business class.
That's a good idea.
That's what I would save my money for.
I would do that. Yeah.
I mean, that's worth it.
Now that you said it, I'm on board.
Yes.
70 crunchy weenies is what I would go for.
You know, I took a business class flight here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And what you do is you upgrade at the terminal because most of the time the seats aren't sold out and you can get it for like cheap. But I did it on the flight here because it's like 8 hours from what was it, JFK to Orlando.
Yeah.
And it was only like, $500. It's not that bad actually.
And you can turn your seat into a chair. No.
Wow.
You can turn your seat into a
business class and got it sorted. It's not only a bloody seat, it's a chair as well. $500 for that. Tell you what, I bet only Americans pay for that. There you go, son. You could get a seat into a chair for $500. Sign me up for that. If I have to fly over to the EU.
Most of the Americans would have been sold at seat, though, to be fair.
God, I love
Why
your
does your American
voice.
accent have to be from Texas?
He's the colonel. That's like every single time he goes American, he's just KFC all over. It's amazing.
Very good job.
But anyway,
thank you.
Into a bed. Yeah.
Into a bed.
Yeah.
Into a bed.
Because if you fly international, you want to be able to sleep and you want to wake up at the airport and be all refreshed.
That creeps me out. I do not want to sleep on a plane with like 400 other people.
Why
just,
not?
like,
It's
walking
nice.
around.
It's like sleeping with 400 people at the same time.
Yeah.
That's great.
A normal weekend for OD Pixel, a weekend I would like to avoid. But
No, but if you have a business class, you have like your own little cubicle thing. They don't see you sleep.
Apart with the
Depends on the airline.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes I stare at the person next to me because it's to freak them
Right.
out. Yeah.
just breathe heavily.
I got to get my $500 worth. You know?
I paid for this damn chair. So
I'm gonna watch you.
My lord.
Jeez.
Remind me
I
never to
might
sit
not
next to you.
want to get business class anymore. I might just sit there and be alert and awake.
So we
the
got
whole time.
some exciting
We
stuff
have some
today.
exciting
right?
stuff.
Let's
yes.
go over some exciting stuff that we have today. Number 1, No Diggity now has a symbol.
They've got a logo.
They
Yes.
got a logo.
They've got a
We're
logo.
done. The Dota logo
There it
is
is
out.
right now.
Look,
You can
like
see
in
it.
the bottom.
There's the bomb.
Is that
It's
You are the logo for
That's
the team.
right. My face. A terrifying thing. No, it's a Quagmire from Family Guy.
Which is obviously no giggity, but
Yeah.
they're not called no giggity unless they change the name.
Oh,
Because they might
I'm
change the
sorry.
name.
I have some update. This is not the choice of No Diggity. This
Did
is the
someone
choice of
just
DreamLeague
make a
Production.
logo?
This is our choice.
I
and
see
that's
something
what
like
they got.
that.
We gave him that logo.
That's
Sin,
right.
Sin doesn't like the memes, He's going to be like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
What? It's actually very fun.
What's happening?
It's horrible, dude.
Is that your impression
The annoying
of
thing with
Sin?
Sin is he's so bloody good at English, you can't make fun of his accent. 'Cause
Right.
He's just... And that's the nicest thing I'll ever say about Syndra.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Today
Well, you
marks
had
the
to
day.
make up for something from what the cast sounded like
I was
yesterday.
quite
We
nice
kind of
to
laid into
yesterday.
him a little bit.
Yeah.
A
But it's
little
all in
bit.
good fun.
But then
fine.
again, he did play pretty rubbish, so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he did all right. No,
Nice
well,
to
actually,
Winter
did.
Wyvern.
His second game, he did struggle on the line, but we don't know what goes on in the team, and obviously Yapzor said Sin was making the calls, so
Right.
he was too busy making the calls to focus on actually playing Lion, so...
There you go. You
Jeez.
you
Yeah,
balanced
I'm
it out
letting him off
again.
there.
You balanced it out.
He's off
Okay.
the hook.
So I want to hear from you two. Vega, No Diggity. It's going to be a first series. What do you think is going to happen?
I think Vega looks stronger overall. I mean, I think that most people would probably have assumed that going in anyway.
Yeah.
But I think like going 1-1 with a team like Adfinum, who is still relatively unknown, probably haven't gotten a good foothold in the community yet. I'd probably say it's a 2-0 for Vega. That's my guess. But there were some glimpses of good plays coming out from No Diggity. Like in the second match, I feel like they
They
actually
only
played.
have one scrim.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you pick a lineup like they did in the first game, it's very easy to get caught up on the draft and just say, okay, one hero literally just dismantled their entire game plan. Like, that Bane ruined the early game of 2 heroes single-handedly.
Yes.
So sometimes you look at that draft and you're like, okay, there was a glaring issue with it. We can fix it. Maybe next time it won't be so bad. So if there was anything that would be good for that, it's to look back on that game and say, we can fix this. So.
Okay, and Vega, London Conspiracy? I'll get to you in a sec. No, I'm getting
you
to
want to
him
hear
in a
me for
sec.
both?
wanna
Okay,
hear
I
for-
thought you
wanna hear
wanted-
both.
okay.
No,
Don't
no,
care
no,
about
no.
one's
I
opinion.
will
Just go.
also say Vega 2-0.
What do you think, Owen?
I think Vega will lose every game today.
All right.
Okay.
So we're going flipsies from yesterday, right?
Well, because obviously, as we mentioned earlier, different roster.
Different roster,
Different
yes.
roster
we
from
have
Vega.
FN instead of...
Instead of Pasha.
Instead
And
of
I think,
Pasha?
you can't look at that lightly because, they were playing with Pasha yesterday, so you'd imagine they probably haven't had a huge amount of practice playing with FN.
No.
Because otherwise that'd be kind of awkward, like, yeah, Pasha, you're still in the team whilst, they're practicing with his FN guy. So it must have, obviously, they had a reason for the decision, but it seems quite
I
sudden.
feel like the core roles though are a lot easier to interchange. If you're like
Yes.
replacing a mid or a safe laner, it's much easier, and why you see it so much more frequently within the scene. Like there's not a whole lot of support players coming in and like assuming roles of experienced players, like Kuro, Puppy. You can't replace these guys like that. So you need to always be picking up cores, which is why FN is going to be coming in today. And Pasha, although I thought he was a great player, I was really surprised to
played
see
really well,
that. Yeah, I didn't think
Plays
they were
great,
going to let him go.
Great
But
stuff.
for whatever reason, they feel like FN's
Maybe
a
it's his
better
name.
fit. So it could be.
This is
It's not
I mean,
a
I
very
feel like
friendly
that's
name.
something that you could talk about.
Right.
You're like, could you just change it? No, you know what? You're gone. Just
Hell
get
no.
out.
Let's get someone with a much more management. FN, it's 2 letters, right? We're not going to offend anyone with that one. Let's get him.
Well,
for
that could stand like for like Ethno. Could
Thanks,
also, you
James.
can...
Perfect.
I mean, you can skew a lot of things in a negative light if you really try.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is a big deal, though. I mean, Vega does not change their roster very often, right? So, I
No.
mean, for those of you at home that don't know that, this is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to see them completely change their style, most likely, just with that. Maybe. As you said before, carries are...
they could still be Ursa abusers. I see that being more of a team thing than just a Pasha thing.
Okay.
And who cannot play Ursa, right?
Yeah.
FN will be able to play
it's
Ursa.
easy. No, I said Artie is probably one of the best Ursas in the scene now.
I have
He is.
fun
He can't
talking
play
to you.
Spectre though.
Yes. When he gets
Not
close
the
to the
Artor
Ancients,
Spectre.
he's not a very
Anything
good
but that.
Ursa. I'll
It,
never forget.
That's true.
Andy and Owen, it was fun having you two here on the chairs, but I'm
We're
going to have
banned.
to ask you to leave because we're going to ask
Your names
our
are
guest
too
of the
long
week
and
to step on
complicated.
to the stage and take his seat in the chair. It's time for the guest of the week. And welcome back again as well. Welcome, Mama.
Hey,
Glad to have you back.
nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you back as well. And I've heard you had some experiences with I thought Swedish were fairly kind people,
Oh, no.
separate from each other. Like if you're standing at a bus stop, the other person will stand as far away as possible,
Yes, normally.
but also very polite when need to be.
I mean,
I've heard you had some different experiences
all right.
today.
This morning I got confused, because I saw something that was like so straight up unmannered. And it was so bad mannered that I was like just
Swedish
kind of scratching my
bad-mannered.
head. I was walking to go to a store, right?
There's no way
I'm
this is
walking
going
to
to
a
turn
store
out good.
and I see this guy. He's about to enter through the doors, and his glass doors. So you can see on the other side there's a woman coming with a trolley, like coming with a baby, and he gets to the door first. And instead of like opening and holding the door open, he just waits, and he waits for her to come up and open the door and like kind of struggle her way through. And then he goes in because she's holding the door open.
So I know Swedish people are fairly polite and normally would hold the door open.
He was probably
that
not
is
Swedish.
why Waga is just upset. But I want to hear from an American. Do you feel like this is an upsetting development here in the
What
Swedish
is
supermarket?
wrong with you guys? This is offensive. People are people. It doesn't matter where they're from. It doesn't matter who you
I
are.
bet it was American.
Every one of us has rude people. Every one of us has good people. Just like every Dota team, We all have our EEs. We all got our RTZs.
Okay, I want to hear which one is the bad people, which one's good people.
Because you just
All you need to do is look at the win rate. Who won an international? And then you'll know who's a good person on Dota.
that's how it goes.
Neither of them have won an
I know.
international.
I hate them both. Coming up next on DreamLeague Transition. Do we have anything else? Waga,
Yes, we do.
Wait.
Because
what's your question? Hit it up first. You always have
Okay.
better ones than me.
no, I want to hear what he's gonna think about No Diggity
Oh.
after seeing them yesterday. And they obviously, Japser said in his interview yesterday that from all the teams, you asked the question, from all the teams here at the Dream League, which one is the hardest to beat for
Yep.
you guys? Vega Squadron, because they counter exactly what they aim to do.
Yeah, like No Diddy, for anyone who wasn't watching, Yapso said that they feel they're a gritty team themselves and that they want to be really just using the map as much as possible, but then you expose yourself to aggressive play, and that's why he was scared of Vega. But I think Vega, even with a roster switch, is actually going to win against No Diddy, I believe so. Because it's like Drasko said, changing a core player is much easier to do than just making a big switch. And sure, we saw them play with Pasha yesterday, but FN is a very strong player.
Yeah.
Individual mechanics, he's definitely interchangeable with Pasha, I feel. So we'll see how they perform, but I think No Diggity are going to have a tough game here.
But if you're gonna be up against Vega Squadron, you're No Diggity. You know that this is gonna be your strongest opponent, right? You just said it yesterday. You're
Well,
obviously gonna come with a game plan.
I would assume that they could play a little bit different because they did in their series yesterday. They played their own style, got pretty demolished, and then they played a different style that they actually won with, and it was one that they didn't feel confident with, but they adapted.
Right.
So that's what they're gonna need to do. They can't really get away with these weak lanes against an aggressive team.
Yeah, and there's a lot of aggressive teams. So my question, my follow-up, we've seen a lot of teams that we haven't seen before, like especially for me, Adfinum.
Yeah.
They're playing against today. What do you think that we learned from our time watching them yesterday? What's that team kind of like for people that might have missed the games yesterday or are tuning in today?
Well, I think at Finum they're very unpolished. Is one way I would say it. They have the individual skill, they have the idea, and they draft pretty normal as well, I would say. But then you just see some decision making, like team-wise decision making, when to back, when to go. They just need to polish, and as a new team or as a team that hasn't played too long, they will need that practice in this league.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that point of aggression that you said before,
Yeah.
how people are going to deal with that, I mean, that is really going to play a big part today. As you told us yesterday at Finum, always wants to end their games early. Your quote, manager told you, 25 minutes is what they're looking for every game. Go ahead.
Well, there's one thing I want to point out, because we talked about No Diggity and how they are scared of being countered by all the aggressive play.
Yeah.
But I think that Ad Venom is one example of a team that you can punish their aggressive play. You can counter the aggressive play itself, because they just...
How? With more aggressive play?
Well, just bait them. Like, it was so easy to bait them. When they were going for the high ground there, Zeus was just standing a little bit aggressive, and they dived for that. You know, they're like, oh, he's alone, and he's not alone. You can always bait aggressive teams by just showing one hero and rely on them not having vision.
Now, yesterday we had Vega Squadron. They had Solo playing Oracle in one of the games, and I believe he was an amazing Oracle. He was just very good.
Yeah.
So
That hero is extremely high.
Yes.
High output.
And he also played a bounty hunter. And normally, previous season, when we talked about Vega Squadron, we talked about how it was Solo that basically got Vega Squadron through the early stage of the game, because he's so aggressive, he's everywhere, he just makes sure that he's controlling somehow all the lanes by himself. Are you going to try to focus to shut Solo down, or what's your focus going to be, if not, if you are No Diggity?
I think you gotta keep it secret. If you're No Diggity, I think you need to think to yourself, okay, we need to win 2 lanes. You know, like that's one of the old mentalities that you can have in Dota is, okay, there's 3 lanes. If we win mid and our safe lane, for example, then we're in a good spot to just take the momentum, take Roche, take towers. You need to focus on not spreading yourself too thin, because that's what we saw yesterday, just trying to win everything and then just ending up losing every lane instead.
So you suggest don't give them don't take a jungler for No Diggity?
Well, you can take a jungler if you have a game plan with it. If you think you're going to do a gank on like level 3 or level 4, you know, make a smoke gank, but have some active effort to win 2 lanes and just the game plan.
Okay, so and if you're Vega Squadron, you saw No Diggity yesterday, how are you going to try to defeat them? Because you saw at Venom already did it, so they can take something away from that.
I think Vega are going to be very confident and just try to play their own style. To be fair, I don't think they're going to change too much, and they probably focus on themselves a lot now, more than they would focus on other teams, because just having a player switch, they need to, you know, get everyone up to speed on what's going to be done and make sure FN is comfortable with the style they play. But it's going to be very interesting, because Vega have stayed the same for a long time. You pointed out earlier, and I wonder if they can that easily just change Pasha here, because I'm with Rascal. I think Pasha played good, but sometimes in a team, it's not just about, you know, that guy wasn't good enough. It's a lot more personal, and it can be, you know, team chemistry is important.
Again, I mean, it's just a carry. All carries have to do is right-click creeps. I mean, it's not a real big deal. I mean, jeez. Anybody can do it.
Yeah, everybody can last it. Creeps.
With a support like Solar.
It's all about that. All right. So we've been talking a lot about teams that we've already seen. Let's talk about our newcomers today. We've got London Conspiracy. It's going to be their first game that we're watching. What do we know about this team? I don't know anything, because I'm an idiot. Shiver, what do you know? Do you know anything about them?
I know that there's 2 Danes and 3 Swedes in there.
So they've already lost. No.
No, it's
Sorry,
interesting,
Danes.
because London Conspiracy used to be the Greek team.
Yeah, who is
right?
in London Conspiracy now, actually?
London Conspiracy has Bevan. They have Jalopy.
Oh, it's the Jalopy, yeah.
It used to be Jalopy's Princess, or Princess Jalopy, the team. I believe there was a team called Princess Jalopy.
Yeah.
His name Jalopy or Jalopy? Is it Jalopy?
Jalopy, it doesn't really
They
matter.
have Baby Knight
He's
as
cool,
well.
though.
Baby Knight.
Actually, I would like to continue about London Conspiracy, but we're going to do that later.
Oh, okay.
Because we are now going into the draft, I believe, of... not yet. Never mind. We can talk about London Conspiracy for a little bit longer.
Darn. You know, you were setting them up to have something to look forward to.
Yeah,
and now
I'm sorry. We can still look forward to
up.
You know,
We'll withhold some information. Don't worry.
anticipation is half the fun, right?
That's
so
it.
It's good. We can anticipate the draft a little bit longer. Apparently, there was a reconnect needed. So.
All right. Well, London Conspiracy does have several names that we've kind of need to learn a little bit about. But one name that stood out to me was Baby Knight. He's been around for a very long time. He's been on a lot of different teams. Waga, do you have anything about this guy that you can tell us?
I played with him for a while.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for, Waga.
Yeah, we were going to make a team, but 2 of the players in the team that we were going to make with, he didn't believe in their potential, and he just quit the team very early after announcement.
Which players?
No, don't say that.
You're being harsh.
really sucked. Let me tell you exactly who it was.
Yeah, I don't want to out him too much.
No, don't worry. It was not a serious question.
But him and Jalopy were already wanting to play together back then, so the 2 of them, I think, are the core. And
yeah, they also got
found a team.
Kefka and Solon, by the way.
Yeah.
Those were the last 2 players that I didn't mention yet.
Yeah, Solon is... I know Kefka is a really cool guy and really good player as well. And these are a lot of, like, players that are in the skill that they could be on a team, but they haven't really had success. You know, Babynet, of course, in Dota 1, he played and he was really good, but that's a long time ago. Dota has changed so much, and he played StarCraft 2 for a long time, comes back, and he's mechanically skilled. It's just a question, can he work with a team and, you know, actually win big tournaments? Because Dota 2 is so much more difficult.
Right.
And I guess if you are going up against Vega Squadron as your first game in the tournament, that is going to be
It's a tall order. I
Yes.
think they're going to struggle a lot, but we'll see. I hope they come with something out of the box, actually, because I don't want them to just play stand-up normal Dota. I don't think they're going to win with that against Vega and like this early in their constellation. So I hope they have some strategy prepared.
Yeah. Any particular heroes that you think we might be seeing coming out from them?
Well, they could just go with Ursa. I say that, you know, I want to see something out of the ordinary, but Ursa is still sort of a special hero. When you pick it, Dota isn't really normal anymore. It's ultra aggressive. No, it's one of those heroes that forces you to play differently. There's a lot of heroes like that. They just forces you to react, like playing against the Batrider or you know, just surprise heroes.
I see.
We can find out what Vega Squadron and No Diggity are going to pick in their match, because this time we're actually into the draft. So we can take a look at what is happening.